So today we're going to discuss how to determine how many neutrons are in a given element. So neutron, remember the neutron is the neutral subatomic particle. Okay, and it's located in the nucleus, right, with the proton. So like we discussed in the periodic table video, we have the atomic number here, which represents the number of protons. But it also represents the number of electrons when we talk about neutral atoms, where they don't have a charge. Neutral. No charge. We need that number of the number of protons to calculate the number of neutrons, which is what we're going to do. So to calculate number of neutrons, we need this number here also, which is the atomic mass. Okay, it's the atomic mass. And that is the number of protons plus the number of neutrons. We're going to do this first one here, nitrogen, together. To calculate the number of neutrons, protons, we already know that there's 7. There are 7 protons in nitrogen. And we're going to add on to that, we're going to try to figure out the number of neutrons. So in this case, I'll put in X. And equals, these two numbers added together equal the atomic mass right here when we add them together. And the atomic mass, I know that this shows a decimal. You need to round it to the nearest whole number. So 14.007 rounds to 14. 7 plus X equals 14. We solve for X. The number of neutrons in nitrogen is 7. That equals the number of neutrons. So now that we have done the number of neutrons for nitrogen together, let's go ahead and do oxygen as well. So here we go with oxygen. Number of protons right here, 8. There's 8 protons. Protons plus neutrons equals atomic mass. Okay? Plus, we don't know the neutrons, so X equals atomic mass, which is 15.99. We're going to round to the nearest whole number, which is 16. 8 plus X equals 16. Number of neutrons equals 8. Okay, so now that we've done the first two together, why don't you spend the next minute or so and calculate the number of neutrons in fluorine and in neon. Alright, so now that we have had an opportunity to calculate the neutrons in fluorine and neon, go ahead and erase this old work here, and we'll go over those two together. So here we go. Let's start with fluorine. Fluorine, we're going to determine the number of protons by right here, number 9. So protons is equal to 9. Neutrons, okay, come back to that. Electrons are also the same, 9. Neutrons are the mass number, okay, mass number, subtract the atomic number, 18.998, that rounds to the nearest whole number, rounds to 19. 19 minus 9 equals 10. 10 neutrons for fluorine. Neon, doing the same thing. Protons is right here. It's the number 10. Electrons, also the number 10. Neutrons, okay, is 20.180, rounds to the nearest whole number of 20. 20 minus 10 equals 10. So there are 10 neutrons in neon.